you start a business, there is one single asset in your company. And this is the thing that you hang at the wall. This is your vision and mission statement. Vision, mission, and values. Before you start anything, you need to write this down. You need to know what you're doing and where you're going. You need to draw your North Star. And your team should buy into it. If you don't know where you're going, how can you lead your team to where you're going? It can slightly be changed during the years because the vision can change, but you need to have one impactful sentence, not just for the aesthetic game, but just to remind yourself, who do you want to be in 50 years? Not in 5, not in 10, not in 15. I know the business game changed, but what would you want to be remembered for? Start with the end. Yeah, this is the most important asset that a visionary entrepreneur can have. This place is a place that will trigger these 3 elements: eating, as we said, living, as we said, moving, as we said. Everything should be written in the wall. Now, who is your most important client at your organization? The team. You know why? Because when you're trying to sell something, you first need to sell internally. You need to give the values that drives your choice as a client and as a team. Clients bring clients. Word of mouth is the most important thing, right? So if I win a client, this is marketing for me. It's lifetime value and snowball effect. If I hire somebody that is loyal and buys into it, he will do the sales for me. Simplicity is the key. Perfection is achieved when there is nothing else to be removed. That means the essence of minimalism. When you can communicate the most with the least is when a message is perfectly catered. Eat, live, move. So, sales and leadership is probably different games. What we are talking about is me as a leader teaching other leaders to be the best version they could be, right? And teach the people under them to be the best version they can be. If somebody makes a mistake, it's the leader's fault. If something happens and my client has bad accounting, it's my fault, man. I raise my hand. This is called extreme ownership. It's a beautiful book of Jocko Willis. That means that if something happens to your troop or sub-troop, it's the leader that takes the hit. It's my fault. Being a salesperson is such an art. Like, you can have it and root it in yourself, or you don't, or you can develop the skill. But the basic skill is understanding what somebody's problem is and somebody's fear is. Fix the problem, fix the fear. In whatever business, you know, you can sell cars or you can sell accounting services. When I talk to a client, I first assess what is his problem. Probably late, everybody has problem with his own accountant. And you emphasize in your offer, how can you fix your problem? I want to talk to my clients, I want to understand my clients, I want to mentor them, I want to cry when they miss a profit target with them. That's it. That's all I want to do. I am driven by their drive. This is purpose. This is being purpose driven. And I'm teaching and sharing knowledge to my team, not just being accountant, but to be mentors, to be monks, to be the guy on your corner, the monks. I never even thought that I would have been an accountant. I thought I would have become a doctor. I got my first client, inherited it from my previous firm, and I started from there. And I still bless him. The first client that gave me a chance to build something. It was pure survivorship. Then survivorship and getting the first 2 clients to pay my rents consolidated in something more solid. And then ideas started evolving. I was 23 when I started. So my beautiful Passarello and partners that sounded an Italian pizzeria, then when we grew to more clients, became people and projects, still PMP, because I'm interested in people and interested in projects. So this is when I started having a vision. So at the beginning was just pure survivorship. Selling PMP, it didn't even cross my mind for 6-7 years. Again, we were running the company, and at that point we were quite big. But just, to pay salaries, at that point survivorship evolved from paying ourselves and paying salaries. And then I realized that my company was sellable. It was like a process of sudden realization that something that I built with my team, of course, was in fact sellable. I researched and I came to the conclusion that I needed 2 things. 1, real vision, what the company stands for, and creating a culture within the company so that if somebody buys, it's not just buying something there. It's not just buying me, Stefano, creating the content. He's buying an ecosystem. And this is only possible with culture. You're buying the dream and you're buying the skeleton. You're buying the soul and you're buying the body. This is the only way for something to be sellable. Any entrepreneurial journey, what makes something meaningful is the idea, the manifestation, the execution, and then you will get at some point to somewhere. It can be financial success, it can be an exit, it can be just your company keep going. But what you will enjoy the most and what you will remember the most is the journey. Actually getting to the end of the destination, to what you want, it might be detrimental to your happiness. Successful startups need 3 elements. This is to make a company sellable, right? But to make a successful startup, you need 3 things. You need a very good idea. The idea should be awesome, and it should be an audience for your idea. Or you create an audience. There should be a need, but you should have an idea. Second thing is execution. So you see, it comes together. Idea, vision, second, execution. Because you can have a fantastic idea, but if it's executed poorly by the only creative entrepreneur, you need a CEO that busts your balls, man. So you need creativity and you need execution. But that's not enough. You know what is the most important one? Timing. You can be right, you can execute at the perfection, but you need to be right at the right time. Because if you want to be successful, there is only one trick. You either have a very, very, very big piece of luck, can happen, but that's very minimal, or it's not minimal, it's still there, you need to be lucky a little bit. But if I need to bet on the two, work, 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 determination, work, determination. It might be alienating sometimes, but this is what you choose to do, you know? I think a part of like successful people is doing the day after what you wrote the day before, right? If you write, it's there, you gotta do that. And whenever you get lost, you go back to your to-do list, you know? So good now, it's much better than perfect later. Perfectionism, it's just another form of procrastination. Aristotle said, excellence is nothing but a habit. So you need to do things until that moment that it becomes autopilot. Consistency is temporary. Habit is the long-term trick. You can be whatever you want. It's just a matter of how much you want it. If you want it, plan for it. And do every single day something that will bring you there. Do every single day. Don't skip one day. You will lose the rhythm. Law of nature. Do every single day. Self-awareness. This exercise will change your life. Sit down and write what you like to do, what you don't like to do, what you are good at, what you're not good at. Take what you like to and take what you're good to, put that together, do it. Because if you like to be a banker, but you're not good at math, it doesn't go. If you are very good at visual arts, but you don't know how to draw, sorry, it doesn't go. Do not try to be somebody you don't like to be or you are not able to be. Because this is a recipe for success. You will waste your life doing something you don't like or something you are not able or less able to do. So find your strength and leverage on it. Double down. Double down. I'm not saying not to try. I'm saying try, but there is a point that you need to choose what you want to do. You cannot do everything. I'm not saying that you will like everything, but if you start something, make sure that you like and make sure that you're good at, and don't give up. And drill every single day. Like, put the work. As long as when you start, try not to come back in an entrepreneurial journey. Because as an entrepreneur, you have responsibilities.